Jobkeeper extended until March. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. A viewer sent me this in the middle of the day, and I thought it's something we have to look at. Jobkeeper getting extended, not beyond just to Christmas, but beyond and to March. To align with the banking, mortgage holidays as well, continuing out until March. They're kicking that can down the road bloody far, aren't they? They really seem to be. I mean, politically it makes sense. You would hate to be known as the Grinchy ScoMo, taking away my Jobkeeper or my job seeker bonus at Christmas. So let's have a look at this from the ABC News, everyone. Jobkeeper and job seeker extended for months, but the rates are cut and eligibility is tightened. So that fiscal cliff that everyone was worrying about, it's now disappeared. The initial news of the cuts to Jobkeeper and going till the end of year, that was obviously anchoring us, and now they've come in at a better offer, so it looks even better. What do you reckon, everyone? What do you think? Payments will be cut, but unemployed Australians and workers on the federal government's pandemic wage subsidy program will continue to receive support beyond the planned job seeker and Jobkeeper end date. The Jobkeeper wage subsidy will continue until March next year, but payments will fall from $1,500 to $1,200 a fortnight after September. People working fewer than 20 hours a week will receive $750. So again, they're not tying it to, it's just a blanket $750. And I thought it should go to the business, and then it should allow them to subsidize to keep the people employed. But anyway. At least it's not going to be someone who only worked 3 hours a week getting, the full amount. The payments will fall again to $1,000 a fortnight and $650 a fortnight for people working fewer than 20 hours for the first 3 months of 2021. So it's going till the end of this year and the first 3 months of next year. So let's just think about that. What impact is this going to have on other parts of the economy? More businesses are going to be maintained. How long can they keep doing this? They keep doing it forever. What happens if you keep doing it forever? If the government keeps racking up more and more debt? Don't worry, Florian, it's MMT. Magic fairy dust comes down from the skies, and we have this magic thing called taxation. To address inflation, we just whip the workers and the people until they give us the money back, or we just send them to jail. That's fine. It'll all work in the end. The job seeker supplement will continue for another 3 months, but will fall from $550 to $250 a fortnight, meaning people on the program will receive $800 a fortnight after September. So the people on the dole are still going to get additional money. And that's going to be much more reasonable, the $800 a fortnight. We've got another video that I will show later today, looking at people complaining that the high job seeker payment is stopping or discouraging people from finding work. The last thing you want to do is create a poverty trap. You don't want people stuck on welfare. You don't want to disincentivize someone getting off welfare and getting work. And people aren't stupid. They're not going to work 30 hours or 35, 38 hours a week traveling somewhere, getting clothes, getting dirty, all these other pains, where after the costs associated with working, they're probably only $100 a week ahead, particularly in Sydney. I mean, that's crazy. That's the problem with this. More than 5 million Australians receive payments from the Jobkeeper and Job Seeker programs. The Jobkeeper wage subsidy is paid to 960,000 employers, who then pass the full payments on to 3.5 million workers. Businesses will have to prove they're still in financial distress each quarter. So it's not every month, it's each quarter. Down at least 30% on pre-pandemic levels to remain eligible for the program after September. So that's a good move. That is a good move. There are going to be a lot of businesses that are getting it now that frankly don't need to get it. But you can't blame a business person for not taking advantage of this situation because his neighbor up the road will. He'll be putting himself at a commercial disadvantage. That's the problem. So, the government expects the expanded Jobkeeper program will take the cost of the program to about $86 billion. $86 billion. I wonder what this is going to do with inflation. We're all starting to see food. Rachel, literally just today, she went shopping to Aldi and came back, and she hadn't bought that much, but it was a big chunk of money. $300 just a little top-up shop. It's getting expensive, I tell you. So the Job Seeker Pandemic Supplement cut. The Job Seeker payment replaced the former New Start unemployment payment when the pandemic struck. The government doubled the old New Start rate, applying a $5.50 pandemic supplement. The revised Job Seeker program will allow recipients to earn $300 a fortnight before facing a reduction in their government payment. The program will be reviewed again before December, and the Prime Minister said he expected a pandemic supplement was likely to continue until 2021. So the Jobkeeper changes are following criticism. Since the government established Jobkeeper at the height of the pandemic crisis, businesses have been paid a flat rate of $1,500 each fortnight for every staff member they kept on their books. And here's the thing, guys. Even if you're getting this $1,500 and the people aren't working and you're just passing it on to your staff member, just the $1,500, they're still accruing holiday, all these other perks, all these other benefits. It's still a debt that you're accruing as a business owner. So, it's not costing businesses nothing to keep these people on. About a quarter of recipients of the flat rate payment earned more money under Jobkeeper than they did pre-pandemic, prompting criticism from within the coalition about the generosity of the program. Well, yeah, no, it's just stupid. Stupid planning, that's all it was. It was a reactionary response. It was a reactionary response, a knee-jerk reaction. The problem is, we are just saddled with so much taxes, so much expenses, so much burden that people are struggling to put anything aside. Well, I'll be critical of people having no savings or no emergency fund. We're not taught any financial literacy in school or anything, and everything's so expensive. People are struggling to even stash something aside. I'd say you have to take drastic action to stash something aside. Really cut out the fat from life. And I know the fat's the good bit. Cut out the carbs from life, everyone. Cut out all the carbs, all the sugar that you don't need. So those recipients received an average $5.50 a fortnight more on the program. Jobkeeper has a number of features that create adverse incentives, which may become more pronounced over time as the economy recovers, a Treasury review of the program found. So this is just breaking news. It was only came out an hour ago and it's just been updated. So Jobkeeper is falling from $1,500 to $1,200 a fortnight, and it'll fall again next year after Christmas down to $1,000. It will go all the way through to March, till March, just in line with those banks' holidays. People working fewer than 20 hours a week will receive $750 in September, and then down to $650 in 2021. The job seeker payment will fall from $1,100 to $800 a fortnight in September. So the job seeker people are still going to get an additional payment, and at Christmas, I guarantee they'll review it again, and I would bet a carton that they're not going to cut it. They can't cut it at Christmas time. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Poor little Jimmy and Timmy, they can't get their crutches. They can't even afford coal in their stocking at Christmas because of evil Scrooge ScoMo. They'd love it. They'd love it if they cut job seeker right before Christmas. Oh, it'd work wonders. The propaganda would be fantastic. What they're going to do is, it'll be nice, happy, Father ScoMo is handing out the money dollars at Christmas to everyone. You should do it in red. That's it. Red is more thematically appropriate, comrade. There we go. The money dollars. I mean, is anyone too surprised? It's all getting pushed out until March. So, the discussions of property being affected, forced sales kicking in, costs are it's going to be a funny situation. Costs are going up, people's holding properties going up, international demand is dropping down, rents are dropping down, Government support of the economy is continuing. They want to wean us off slowly, and they're hoping that it'll pick up. But one thing we can take from this is the argument that there's going to be a V-shaped recovery. It's been completely abandoned. What do you all think, guys? Do you think this is a good strategy? Are you a fan? Do you think it'll stop in March? Or will it continue through all of 2021? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy merch from HeiseSays. You can use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you next time.